Hi guys, welcome to another monthly reset. Of course, it's late into the month, so you already know I was not planning on doing this. But we'll talk more about what's up with me and YouTube in a few, but let's get started. So going into my goals for March, the first one was to publish the spreadsheet, which I did not do because it was related to YouTube and social media, and I was just like not feeling any of those things. So I did not do that at all. Plus I went on vacation, and even though on vacation I said I was gonna like do some social media related things, I did not do any of them. I did make a blog or a vlog prior to me leaving about my feelings about YouTube and whatnot. So if I can get to editing that, which is a major hurdle for me nowadays, then you'll get a little bit more insight, but we'll leave it at that. Next thing that I had was as a goal was to do one activity in March, which I did. I did several things actually. I went to see Riverdance, which was really good. There was no filming, so I didn't get any snippets, but I think you guys know what it is. It's been around for a long time, but it was actually really good. I loved it. It was so good. And then of course I mentioned I went on vacation, so I went to Austria and Italy, several places in Italy, and just Salzburg in Austria. But it was lovely. I had a great time. I did film that. At least I managed to do that. So you guys should be getting a vlog at some point in time. I cannot make any promises as to when that's gonna happen, but yeah. Next thing that I had as a goal was to read one book, and I did. In fact, I read 3 books. So I read these books here. One of them is my favorite, so we'll talk more about that in a few. And then the last thing that I had as a goal was to declutter my clothes, which I did do, and I filmed a video of it, so I'll link that if you're interested. And then in terms of to do, I had to buy my Pilates pass, so I bought like 10 more classes, so I did do that. And then I did call about quotes for my HVAC system. It was specifically for the AC, but then because my HVAC is like so old, I ended up getting a quote for everything, and then I ended up replacing it last month as well. So that got done, and then I had some work tasks to do, and I did that. And now let's move on to budgeting. So in terms of budgeting, we're gonna do what I spent in March as well as my actual budget for April. So to start, you guys know I do 2 checking accounts for my budgeting for the most part. So starting balance in the variable checking account, I rounded that up to $1,000. Salary is going to be higher, so $1,880, because I spent quite a bit of money this month, or last month, since we're actually in April. Cell phone was only $50 for some reason. I must have overpaid in the previous months. Electricity was $58. Internet was the same at $55. Groceries was $268. Gas, I only spent $50 on gas because I was gone for like a couple weeks, and I'm working less as well, so I'm not spending as much on gas. Wellness, I spent a good amount of money on wellness, so $353. So that consisted of, I paid for my Pilates class, and that was a majority of it. That was like $290. And then I got some grip socks for Pilates, a hot and cold pack, a bunch of supplements. So turmeric, omega-3s, goodbye stress, and eggshell membrane. So I talk about that in a vlog that I'm going to be putting up soon as to why I'm taking all these supplements. But yeah, I'm in a little bit of a supplement kick right now. And then in terms of home, spent a bunch of money on home as well. So $311. That included my thermostat. I got a Google Nest since I replaced my HVAC. I figured it was time. I had like a Mercury thermostat. That's how old my thermostat was. So in addition to the Nest, I had to get a voltage tester to put it in because I put it in myself and I was not trying to get electrocuted. And then I got some stuff for my, what is this, drain covers? Oh, I got something for my sink, and I got something for my washing machine, the lint traps. Carbon dioxide monitor, that was before I had replaced my HVAC, but it's always good to have a carbon dioxide monitor anyway. I got flowers like I always do, and then I got several candles, which I do a haul in the blog as well. And then in terms of car maintenance, I spent $52. I actually ended up buying a wireless vacuum. I can use it in my house, and I have been using it in my house, but I mostly got it for my car because the vacuums at the car wash are like terrible. They don't vacuum anything, and I was like starting to get fed up. So I was like, I need to get a vacuum. So I did. And it's been working out well so far. So work expenses came in a little bit lower. So $538. Makeup was the same, $5. Travel gear, I did get my suitcase, but I took it out of the travel, like my travel sinking fund. So I only ended up spending $14 here because I got a passport holder. In terms of, I had to get my windshield repaired. I don't know if I mentioned that. I might have. I've gotten it repaired before, but this is the second time. This time it was less than the first time I paid for it for some reason, but I'm not gonna complain. $66. Hygiene, I spent $25 on my ingrown hair treatment. That's PFB Vanish. If you have issues with ingrown hairs or hyperpigmentation, definitely look into that because it's like the best. I was using the topicals roll-on, but like after the second bottle it stopped working, and I was like, I need to go back to the original, the OG. So I've been loving that so far. So activewear, I spent 200, is this correct? I believe it is. $233 about on activewear because of my declutter. I got rid of a bunch of my workout clothes that I did not like. I got a few things from H&M, and then I got a couple pairs of leggings from Lululemon, which is my first time getting leggings from them. But yeah, so one pair I returned, and then I got another pair that I'll show you because I bought it like this month in a second. So yeah, $233. The majority of that were the leggings. They were expensive. I mean, you know, they're like $100 a pair. So yeah, so far so good. I wore them today to Pilates and they were very nice. So we'll see how they hold up. In terms of book, I bought that book that I showed you earlier, or did I show you? Of course I did. I showed you, but you have not seen it yet because it's in the second half of the video. But yeah, I bought a book. It was $13. And content creation, I spent $39 on this lavalier mic that you see here, and then I got an extension cord for the mic because I was intending on filming some sit-down videos on my vacation, but I ended up not doing it. So there's that. But the lavalier mic is coming in handy right now. We'll see how it sounds when I edit the video. Shipping, I spent $11 to ship a few things. I sold something and then I shipped something to my mom. Parking, I spent $10 to park for the cinema that show that I went to, Riverdance. I paid for parking because it was in the downtown. So I spent $2,151 in my variable checking account, leaving with an end balance of $729. In the fixed checking, let's see, nothing changed truly. The only thing that changed was that the starting balance was a little bit different because of whatever reason. 140 was only off by $2, and everything else is the same. I did not have anything come out of this account, but I have my car loan that comes from a separate account, and that's just reflected there, so you guys know that I have a car payment that I pay every month. So in terms of income, those are the two income categories here. That was $2,430, and spending was just on the one side, so $2,151. Bills were $163. Living expenses took up the majority of things. Why was that? Oh yeah, because I spent a bunch of money in wellness and on my home. That's more than usual. So $1,034, and then extra was also pretty high at $954, and you can see reflected here in the chart. So that's March. Let's move on to our plans for April. All right, we have a fresh budget, which I love. I've already done some spending though because it is the second week of April, I believe. So yeah, a variable checking account, starting balance, I added extra money just to make it up to $1,000 because I just kind of like having $1,000 in there. I think it's just a mental thing. It doesn't need to be $1,000 because most of my spending is on my credit card, so nothing like really is getting debited from here necessarily, but you know, eventually it does get debited, but I you know, I know what my credit card balance is, so I like adjust it as needed. But salary should be $1,000. I believe I'm owed some extra money from work. We'll see if that is actually the case, but we'll just keep it for $1,000 for now. And then extra income is going to be $148. $50 of that was a rebate for my Google Nest. I got a rebate from my electric company, and then I got some cash back from my Quicksilver card, which I used on my vacation because I spent quite a bit of money on vacation as well, which is not reflected here because it comes out of a separate account. But yeah, in terms of bills, cell phone is $70. I've already paid it. I just saw that it came out of my account, or it posted to my credit card. Electricity, I don't recall what the bill was, but we'll see at the end of the month. So $65 is the budget. Internet $55 as always. Groceries $3.50. Guess I'm budgeting $100, but it'll probably come in a little bit under that. Wellness, I've already spent $10 on multivitamins in addition to the vitamins that I bought last month. That's separate. And then home, let's see what I got. Had to get some 9-volt batteries for my fire alarm, and then I bought some flowers as well. So $28. Car maintenance, I don't anticipate spending anything for that because I'm back to my like $2 car washes, the manual variety. So I don't need to put anything like on a card or withdraw anything because I have a bunch of coins from last year. And then extra. Okay, so these things are related to the Sephora sale. So $200 for skincare is what I'm anticipating. I've already made my cart. I haven't like divvied up like how much skincare is and how much hygiene is, but usually skincare costs more than hygiene. So $200 there. Hair care, I did make a purchase already. I was not planning on buying anything for hair care because I have a good amount of things already. Like I have enough shampoo and I have enough deep conditioners and I have enough like pomades and stuff for like moisturizing my hair, but I did need a few new things, so I got them. So one was this I got from Ulta because Ulta doesn't have like this, ironically. I know Sephora doesn't have it, but Ulta has it, so I just got it at Ulta. So this is the Drunk Elephant Laney Latherless Conditioning Co-Cleanser. So I got this because I have a protein shampoo and I used a protein conditioner, and that caused my hair to be very dry and brittle afterwards, shockingly. I'm being like sarcastic clearly, but so I decided to get a non-protein shampoo for when I use that protein conditioner. So this is what I got. We'll see how it is. I mean, it's quite expensive. I mean, it's Drunk Elephant, but you get a good amount, and I don't know. I kind of like Drunk Elephant for skincare. Like their skincare is amazing, like no doubt. And I have their shampoo and conditioner as well, so I want to see how this one is. I feel like the formula should be better than, you know, most brands because they have like more than enough like in terms of research and development, in terms of money. So we'll see how this works out, but I got that. And then I've been noticing that my hair has been, so what I do is like I do my hair in the shower, so I'll like twist it like this and rinse out the conditioner, but then there's like nothing really in there for like a week, and then when I go to like take it down or re-moisturize it, it's like dry which is like not a vibe. So then I was like, I need to get deep conditioner, so I got some deep conditioner. So this is from Cont Biologics. Cont Biologics is like the best if you have super dry brittle hair like I do. Like their stuff is like amazing for moisture. So I got their leave-in conditioner. This is the Moringa Tree Conditioning Ghee. So I'm excited to use this. I used this like years ago, but then I fell off the hair care bandwagon for the longest, and now I'm back on it. So I need a leave-in conditioner. So this is it. So here it is. And then also had this on sale. This is the Almond Olive Heavy Cream, and this is what I use to moisturize my hair like every week when I take it down and like retwist it. So I got this because it was on sale basically. I could have waited because I have a little bit more left, but you know, we love a sale. It was like basically 30% off, plus I had like a coupon. So I was like, I was gonna rebuy it anyway, so might as well just get it now. And then so that was it for hair care. That cost $84, those three things. The co-wash was like $48, so that's the majority of it. And then hygiene, we're anticipating $100, like I said, from Sephora. Books, I bought that book that I will be showing you soon, and that was $14. And activewear should be here, but I returned, like I bought a sale pair of leggings on at Lululemon, and I exchanged it for just like a full price pair because the color was terrible and I didn't like it. Nor did I like it was double lined versus like just single lined. So anyway, the difference between those leggings and the ones I got a couple days ago was like $20. So these are the leggings. These are, it's my first time actually buying anything from the Lululemon store. So I got one of these bags that everyone always has. It is quite cute and it's reusable. So I'm kind of happy about that. I love like these things. I use them all the time to like, especially when I go to Aldi and stuff to like buy things. But I got these leggings. These are just navy blue. These are the Align HR pant, and this is a 28-inch because I have long legs and I want my leggings to like go down to my ankle. So that's what I got. I have a burgundy pair as well that's what I wore today, and that's been lovely. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Now, in terms of what I have spent so far and what I plan to spend, it is $1,096, leaving me with an end balance of $152 potentially. We'll see how everything shakes out. On the fixed checking account side, the starting balance, like when I actually looked in the account recently, was $1,021, and these differ from what I anticipate from the previous month, like quite often, but not usually by much. Salary is going to be the same, $550, and then the only thing I have coming out of the account this month is car insurance for $62. So the end balance should be $1,109. In terms of income between the two accounts is $1,698 anticipated, and then spending is $1,558, so much less than last month, which is nice. I don't think I'm gonna be buying anything. I'm honestly like shopped out. Actually, there is something that I'm thinking about buying. I'm thinking about buying a console table, and that costs at least $400, but I'm still thinking about it. I haven't like made the purchase yet, but I very well might. So we'll see how this budget shakes out. It's fine. But so far, bills $652, living expenses $488, and then extra $418, leaving me with $140. So that is it for the budgeting portion. Let's move on to my favorites. Moving on to favorites, we're gonna go through like 3 areas of things that were my favorite. So in terms of media, that's like TV shows, etc. Could also be books, but we're just gonna talk TV shows. So The Mandalorian is back on. It's one of my favorite TV shows ever. So I've been loving that this month. It's episodic or periodic, like it doesn't launch like the entire season in one go, unfortunately. It's like week by week. So I've been watching it every week and I love it. I think there's like 2 more episodes left and then it'll be done and then I'll be sad. But yeah, hopefully the next season comes out like next year versus like this season was like 2 years in the making. So we'll see, but I've been loving it. Next up, in terms of books, my favorite book this month was A Court of Mist and Fury, and this is part of series or saga. I think there are 5 books, I'm not sure. This is the second book, and I read the first book like months ago and I wasn't even gonna buy the second book because of how the ending happened, but I was watching someone's reset video and they were saying like this book was better than the first book. So then I was like intrigued, and I would have to agree that I enjoyed this book much more. It was like so good. I brought it with me on vacation and I was so into it. It was like a great way to pass the time, like when I was like riding trains and like on the plane, etc. So I love that about it, and like one of my favorite memories of that trip is gonna be like me reading this book on the train as I was like going through Salzburg and northern Italy, like the views, and then I love being on trains, so that's why I'm like, it was a good time. It was a good time. So yeah, I love that book. And next up is items. So one of my favorite items this month, there are several. One of them I'm like keeping as a surprise because it's in the vlog. But the other thing that I did enjoy was this candle from Bath and Body Works. It's called Santorini Coast. It has notes of creamy coconut, almond blossom, warm vanilla, and warm vanilla. So it checks all the boxes because I love all those notes, and it smells so good. I need to buy a few more, at least 2 more, one more for the summer and then one for winter until hopefully it comes back out next season. But yeah, I love it. It smells really good. And then my last favorite thing in terms of experiences, one of my favorite experiences this month, of course, my vacation was lovely and I really enjoyed the concert and things like that. But one of my favorite memories was waking up to lake views in Lake Como. It was like such a dream. I was like, this is the life. Like, if this could be like my everyday life, like I would not be mad at it. It was just such a vibe, just like laying in bed and like looking out at the views. It was like breathtaking. So that is one of my favorite experiences from last month. Moving on to goals for April. The first goal, some of these are reoccurring because these are things that I'm trying to like train myself to do continuously without having to make goals. But one was to do one activity a month. I did just book an activity with my friend. We're gonna do afternoon tea. I did it last year, I did it by myself, but this year she's able to go, so we're gonna go together, and hopefully I think it's gonna be great. Like, I loved it last time, so as long as they like keep the experience the same, it should be good. So I have that booked, and then I'll be doing other things as well. Of course, it's spring and I love spring. I've already started like doing my little nature trails, so I'm happy about that, and we'll see what else we get into. And then the next goal is to read one book, and I've already started a book. Actually, I'm almost done. This is the 3rd book in the saga. This one is called A Court of Wings and Ruin. So I actually have like 1/3 left, so I'll be finished soon, and I plan to do some research on a few more books to read in the future as well. I'm gonna do a Barnes and Noble like a day, because it takes me like a day to like go through that place, because I'm like so undecided about books, and I like have to read like the first few pages to decide like if I want to like actually get the book. So that's in the works. And then the next goal is to drop off my donations. I mentioned, aside from decluttering, I had some other things in my closet that I took out from my closet and put into like little bags so I can go ahead and donate them. And I need to like actually go to like Goodwill or Salvation Army and like drop them off. So that's a thing. And then the last goal for April is to do something related to dating weekly. Like, I have checked out from dating I've been checked out from dating for like a very long time, and part of me is like I'm enjoying life regardless of dating and meeting anyone, but then at the same time I have to think about my future. Like, so I need to like start taking it a little bit more seriously. I really overcheck my dating apps. I need to like start going in there and like checking like my matches, and also doing things related to dating. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I need to like start doing more things where I can meet people, because I'm not going to meet them like doing what I'm doing now. Like, none of the activities I do are like necessarily points that you would meet people. I mean, a few of them are, but like I need to like do a little bit more, be a little bit more proactive in that regard. So this is the start. We'll see how this goes, but I am semi-committed. I should be fully committed, but right now I'm semi-committed to like taking this dating thing seriously. In terms of things that I have to do in April, I have to trim my hair, so that's coming up in a couple weeks, I think. And then I have to do a Sephora order. It is gonna be the semi-annual Sephora sale. It's called something else, like the VIB sale or something, but I started putting my cart together, so I need to finalize my cart and like order everything. But it's on there because I have it on my I have it on my calendar, because I need to, you know, prepare for this. Like, I don't want to like, I only shop at Sephora like twice a year, so like I have to like get my cart in order like every time. And then the final thing that I need to do is actually go in and schedule my Pilates classes, because I think something with the schedule and the way it went down, like I didn't schedule it before I left for vacation. So now I actually have to go ahead and do that for like, know that I'm here. So yes, that is going to be it for my monthly reset. I will be checking the comments, so be sure to leave some comments. Let me know how you guys are doing and what your plans are for April, and I will see you in a video soon.